Did you know that almost half of all women experience some hair loss by the age of 50? Honey, menopause is more than hot flashes. It's a hormonal upheaval that impacts every single aspect of our lives, including our hair. And we understand it's a natural part of the aging process, but it's frustrating nonetheless. Hello, beautiful. I'm Angel, the founder of Maison 276 and creator of the award-winning and innovative three-step system for silver and gray hair, a healthy way to brighten, cleanse, and rejuvenate the natural brilliance of your hair without the use of purple dyes. This is another episode in our ongoing series of how to master the art of gorgeous silver hair. In today's video, we'll dive into the most common menopause-related hair concerns, including dryness, textural changes, as well as hair loss. And by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to take control of your hair health and to help you revitalize your silver strands. Because even during the change, we can still be confident and fabulous. Now let's get started. Hair thinning is one of the most common complaints when it comes to menopause-related hair concerns. And it can be really frustrating and alarming when you see what you consider more than the normal or average amount of hair in your comb or your brush, or when your hairline starts receding, hence my comb overs. The main culprit for these conditions are hormonal changes. And there are two hormones in particular. One is estrogen. Now, as women, we're very familiar with estrogen. It plays a huge role in our body beyond our reproductive organs. For instance, estrogen is very critical to bone health because it helps prevent calcium loss. It protects our heart by increasing HDL, which is the good cholesterol. And it supports our hair growth, which consequently means as our estrogen levels reduce, we can experience some hair thinning. Androgen is the second hormone that impacts hair thinning. Androgen is a category of hormones that includes testosterone. It may come as a surprise to you, but it is very normal for women to have very low amounts of testosterone. However, as we enter menopause, the estrogen levels decrease, but the androgen level increases slightly, which can in turn cause hair thinning. Now, what can we do about this? First, it's important to keep up with your annual Well Woman exams, as during those exams, routine blood tests. These routine blood tests are important because they inform you and your healthcare provider about your hormone levels to ensure that they're healthy and normal for your current stage in life. Additionally, those tests also ensure that your vitamin and mineral levels are normal. You also want to ensure that you have a diet that's rich in the vitamins and minerals that support healthy hair growth: omega-3 fatty acids, zinc, biotin, vitamins A, B, B7, C, D, and E are all important for healthy hair. But remember, before incorporating any supplements into your diet, you always want to consult with your healthcare provider, ensure that they will not adversely affect any prescription medications that you're taking. An additional tip that is also overlooked is scalp massages. Why? Because that improves the circulation of blood to your scalp. This is something you can do every single day while you're sitting down. This is what I use, which I also use when I'm shampooing my hair. And I will add a few drops of the Maison 276 Revive Repairing Serum for Hair and Scalp, which is full of antioxidant rich and vitamin rich oils, and simply massage my scalp with this. Aside from the fact that it feels amazing, but I will sit and do this in the evening while I'm watching TV or listening to music or whatever. And it just feels amazing. That's an easy, simple tip for increasing blood circulation to your scalp. Another thing you may want to consider if you're experiencing hair thinning is to reevaluate your styling options. You either want to reduce or eliminate styles that require a lot of manipulation or scalp tension, styles that pull the hair tightly, especially around your edges. And then finally, there are actually products that are designed to give the hair a fuller appearance. Those products can be either a serum or sprays that actually contain fibers that attach themselves to the individual hair strands, thereby giving the hair a fuller appearance. They can contain ingredients like keratin, biotin, or saw palmetto. I'll put a few links in the description to some highly recommended products. Dryness and texture change are another very common menopause-related hair concern, and it also lines up exactly with one of the most common concerns of silveristas, dryness and textural changes. And here's why we experience that. Of course, we've already discussed the reduction of estrogen. Another way the reduced estrogen in our body affects our hair is that it reduces the hair's moisture barrier. And here's why. As we mature, our sebum glands, which are the glands in our scalp that produce natural oils, those glands become less active. So that reduction in natural oils causes dryness. Additionally, when our hair stops producing melanin, which is the thing that gives it color, and now you're a beautiful silverista, the entire structure of the hair changes. And those structural changes can also lead to dryness. So you've got reduced oil production by the sebum glands, which impacts the hair's moisture barrier. And then you have the structural changes of the silver or white hair, and that brings on increased dryness and the texture changes that we so often experience. But no worries, there are many options to help us introduce moisture back into our hair. First, we want to use a shampoo that's specifically designated for that purpose. The Maison 276 Hydrate Shampoo, hence the name Hydrate, which is the second step of the three-step system, is specifically formulated to not only gently cleanse, but to address the unique needs of mature hair, and that is to help our hair retain moisture. So each component of the three-step system, including the Hydrate shampoo, contains moisturizing and conditioning qualities that help restore that moisture to our hair, because you can have soft, shiny, beautiful hair regardless of color. You just have to address those naturally occurring changes that take place in our hair as we mature. Another way to help infuse or reintroduce that moisture to our hair is to utilize a hair mask at least once a week. The Maison 276 Restore Conditioner can actually be used as a hair mask. It's one product that can be used three ways: as a rinse out, as a leave-in conditioner, and as a hair mask. And here's how you can use it as a hair mask. Like all Maison 276 products, the Restore Conditioner is very thick, rich, and emollient. See that? And this is why you can use it as a hair mask. And here's how you do that. You apply the Restore Conditioner, then you cover your hair with a plastic shower cap, and then I infuse heat with my thermal cap. So this is terry cloth lined, and it's filled with flax seeds. And so you put it in the microwave. Now, all microwaves are different. I will put it in my microwave for 60 seconds, then I'll turn it inside out, another 30 seconds, and then I will put this on over the plastic shower cap. And that's my deep conditioning mask that I do once a week to ensure that my hair stays soft, conditioned, hydrated, and that it helps retain the moisture. I'll provide a link to this product or something similar down in the description. A hair steamer is another option to help combat dryness, and it works very similar to the way the thermal cap works. The heat helps open up the cuticle, thereby allowing moisture to enter the hair strand. That's another great way to add hydration, especially during the dry winter months, or if you live in a climate like the desert that's just dry all the time. And I also provide a link to some options for a hair steamer. And remember, water or water-based products add moisture, but you still need something to seal that moisture, to seal the cuticle. And that's where hair oils come in, particularly oils that are rich in antioxidants and fatty acids. Using a lightweight hair serum like the Maison 276 Revive Serum is a great way to lock in that moisture. Moisture. It's a multi-step process. There's the gentle cleansing, the conditioning, adding the moisture, and then locking the moisture in. Finally, let's discuss hair loss, which can actually come about in a variety of ways. Either your hair can simply, over time, just fall out, or it could just stop growing altogether, which I personally experienced. So this is my hair about 4 years ago. This is my hair 2 years ago, and this is my hair now. From time to time, I'll do a very significant trim because I previously just been used to my hair growing back, so it was not really an issue, and cut it, and it just didn't grow back. It just stopped. It was still very thick, still very healthy, just a lot shorter. I consulted with my provider. There was nothing wrong. It was just a result of many of those issues that we've discussed earlier. Not anything that was abnormal, just something that was just a normal function of a middle-aged woman going through menopause. So just to say, I'm right here with you guys in dealing with menopause hair-related issues. Remember, whether we're dealing with menopause-related hair issues or not, it's still important for us to nourish our hair from the inside out. I was already taking calcium, which is commonly recommended for middle-aged women so that we maintain bone health, but I wasn't taking a biotin supplement. Now, there are a ton of products on the market that claim to, accelerate hair growth. I just decided to take a very basic drugstore over-the-counter biotin supplement that essentially has the same levels of biotin as some of the name brand supplements on the market. And I would have to say, after a year of taking the supplements, I would say over the past couple of months, I feel like I can see a little bit of length coming back. Now, it may never be as long as it was, in the image that I showed you. And that's okay with me. I just want my hair to be healthy, vibrant, and my silvers to sparkle. And I am perfectly happy with that. Hey guys, so I'm sitting here editing the video that you're watching now and realized I left out a really important topic that relates to hair loss. It's not menopause related, but it affects so many women that I really felt it was an important part of this particular conversation, and that's COVID. We don't really talk about it that much. It's not in the news every day as it was several years ago, but people are still being impacted by COVID. And for women, COVID hair loss is a well-known side effect. In fact, studies show that upwards of 60% of women who have COVID will experience some type of hair loss. What's really interesting about COVID-related hair loss is that the symptoms typically don't show up until 2 to 3 months after you've actually had the illness. As it relates to my personal experience with contracting COVID, I was very fortunate to have a mild case. And so 2 to 3 months later, when I started experiencing hair loss, on top of the menopause-related hair loss, I didn't really make the connection until I just honestly, anecdotally started reading more about COVID-related hair loss, and I did the timeline in my head. It was like, I had COVID then, and then I started seeing more hair loss during this point in time. So again, you don't see the symptoms until 2 to 3 months, regardless of the level of intensity or how severe your illness is, and the symptoms can last 6 to 9 months after they begin. That's possibly a year of dealing with COVID-related hair loss. So you can see how over time that would be so impactful and possibly dramatic for any woman. In all transparency, for me, it was quite a personal struggle in that I created a product to help women have beautiful, vibrant, healthy hair. So, reconciling my personal hair loss journey for a while was quite difficult for me, but I'm on the other side of that. Just know, for women, hair loss is a complex issue. It can be particularly difficult because our hair is so tied to our persona and our personal image of ourselves. So if you or a loved one are experiencing hair loss, then give yourself so thanks for giving me the space to share this. And now back to the vlog. What can we do for experiencing hair loss, or if it seems that our hair is just not growing or growing at a much slower pace than what we're accustomed to? Again, going back to the concept of feeding our hair from the inside out. So making sure that our diet's rich in all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we discussed earlier. You can also try the volumizing products that we discussed earlier. They won't make your hair look longer, but it will make your hair fuller. If it's length that you're wanting, try a protective style. Try something that's temporary. The thing that I missed most about my hair length, frankly, was the inability to do a ponytail. But you know what I have? I have a ponytail because I use clip-ins. It's not a perfect match for my silver hair, but it's close enough so that when I want a ponytail, I can still rock a ponytail, because I love this style when I'm traveling and I'm moving in between different climates, and I don't have to worry about the twist out and the humidity and all the other things. And here's the other fun thing about a protective style, or whether it's a clip-in or maybe a half wig. There's so many options out there, and it allows you to actually experiment and maybe have fun and try out some new hairstyles without making a huge commitment. So just going to drop that nugget right there. The key, frankly, is to find a hairstyle that makes you feel confident and beautiful. Period. End of statement. Now, this final recommendation applies to any type of hair concern you may have, and that is to reduce the use of heating tools. And when you do have to use them, turn the heat down and always use a heat protectant. The high heat, whether it's from blow dryers, flat irons, or curling irons. If your hair is already compromised, whether it's from thinning, whether it's dry and brittle, or you're experiencing hair loss, the use of high heat will further compromise your hair. So turn the heat down and always use a heat protectant. As you can see, managing hair changes during menopause requires a combination of healthy eating habits, using the right products, and possibly being open to different styling techniques and hairstyles. Now that's it, guys, but stay tuned, because at the end of this video, there'll be links to previous episodes of Mastering the Art of Gorgeous Silver Hair. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and especially thank you for all the comments and recommendations for future topics. I appreciate it so much, and I love chit-chatting with you, so keep the comments coming. I'll see you again next time on The Beauty of Aging. Bye, y'all.